Hello, everyone. This is your host, Sirisha Akila, and I welcome you back to yet another life-changing episode of Life Musings by Dr. Padmaja Nandigama. Our guru, Dr. Padmaja, is a psychology faculty, a life coach, a motivational speaker, and also an academic advisor. Welcome back, Padmaja Garu. How are you doing?
Thank you for the warm welcome, Sirisha. I'm doing very well.
Great. So, a few years back, I tried to complain to my mom about the difficulties of raising a stubborn child, and her eyes rolled so far back in her head, I don't think they're ever coming back. You must have guessed our topic for conversation today. Yes, it's parenting, a very popular topic. And we will have all the tips, techniques, types from our expert here, who is also a mom of two great kids herself. First and foremost question would be to help us understand the impact of parenting in different stages of life.
What a great topic, Sirisha. I really love this topic, and it is a very popular topic for everyone. Because, of course, you are a parent, and when you are a parent, you are doing the job, the best job ever and forever, right?
Exactly.
So everybody likes to be a parent, wants to be a parent, and really enjoy being a parent. But of course, we are going to face challenges, and how we maneuver those challenges is the beauty of all, right? So parenting, as I said, is a never-ending job, and we don't have a manual for that.
Right.
So how do we parent our children? Sometimes we face certain uphills, some challenges, and we wonder, how did our parents do this?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So, parenting happens throughout our age. We do parenting as long as we are alive, right? When we have our kids very young, we are very happy to have them, and we are eagerly involved with them, and we pamper them, and we really cherish spending time with them. And as they become teenagers, of course, the drama starts.
True.
Right? And then it doesn't end there. The parenting still continues even when your children become adults. So, it's a never-ending job. But then always remember, there is no manual for it. You're going to design your own methodology.
Yeah. So are parenting styles very different across generations?
Of course. There are three styles of parenting: authoritarian parenting, permissive parenting, and authoritative parenting.
Okay.
When I say authoritarian parenting, it's like an old style, like conservative style of parenting. What our parents went through, or what our grandparents went through. To an extent, what we also went through, which is like, there are strict rules. Mom and dad makes the rules. You don't talk back to them. You follow the rules, and then you just stick to those rules. That is authoritarian parenting. And then there is permissive parenting, where there are no rules. The parent is very lenient. And then the child here is has the control over the parent. And then the last one is the authoritative parenting. That is the best one of all the three, because here in the authoritative parenting, there is an open communication.
Okay.
There are rules, but then the rules are going to be relaxed, or there is an open discussion. The child can have a talk with their parents and have their feedback put in.
Exactly.
So there is a give and take. So there are three styles of parenting, but then, nowadays it's all about having an open communication with your children.
Right. I agree. So we all went through tantrums and kids' high emotions at some point of our life. So how should a parent cope with that when a child, let's say, throws a tantrum right in the middle of a mall or in a checkout line? What should a parent do in that case?
Very good question, right? All of us go through these kid tantrums, or every kid throws a tantrum. Understand that every kid is not same. And also they say that all of us are not born into the same family. Even if you're siblings, you're not born into the same family. Like, say, for example, you are the firstborn. When you are a firstborn, your parents are like newly married, or, they just started their life together.
Correct.
They've been in the jobs freshly, they're just earning, they have more time on their hands, they're young, so they're going to spend more time with you. Everything is going to be aha moment. You're going to have the best strollers, best everything, the organic food.
A lot of research goes there.
A lot of research too. And then they're going to read you stories every day. There's lot of spending one-on-one time,
Yeah.
right? So you are kind of going to be a very responsible kid, lot of expectations on the firstborn.
Correct.
And the second one comes in, or or the next one comes in, third one comes in, the whole dynamic changes. Yes,
Yeah.
right? By the time the second one comes, the parents are a little bit older. They have less time because probably they're busier in their jobs. There's no energy, as much energy as when they had the first one. So they're going to say, you know what, just get this work done. I don't care, no tantrum, get whatever you want to do, right? So now the second child knows how to turn the knobs. So the first thing they do, if I need to get something, throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
Because mom and dad don't have time, right?
Right.
So you throw a tantrum, you're going to get what you want.
And that works.
And that works all the time. So here, now this kind of dynamics is built right from their childhood.
Yes.
So the children are like very clever, okay? They are like sponges. They're going to observe you. They're going to observe your behavior, and they're going to learn like that. So if a child has thrown a tantrum in front of everybody in the mall, he has done that or she has done that after a lot of experimentation. He or she knows that mom and dad are going to give up if I throw a tantrum, especially in front of people, because obviously they're going to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
So what you need to do there is, you already got yourself into this situation.
Correct.
The tantrum is on, right? You have to take yourself out of the situation with the child.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you're shopping, if you're in the checkout line, if you're talking to somebody important. No, the child should understand that you are not going to give in. Take the child out of the situation and show them the consequence. You do this, you're not going to get what you want.
Right.
So you have to set the standard right from the beginning, that they have to follow certain terms of discipline.
So I have teenage kids, and parenting takes a different turn when your kids enter that age. So how can, or what can I do to keep that conflict to a minimum and maintain peace at home?
Very good question. Now, as you said, all of us have teenagers, and all kids go through teenage.
Right.
At that time, their hormones are racing.
Yes.
Their amygdala, the area of the brain which processes emotion, is racing faster than the prefrontal cortex, which is involved in planning and execution.
True.
So the first thing that is going to happen is they're going to get upset. They're going to cry. Absolutely. They're going to get angry about everything, everything and anything.
Yeah.
You call their name. Even before you finish your sentence, you hear is no, mom, not now, mom. Right? Immediately. Whatever, mom.
Yes.
Right? So at that time, you have to understand that this child is irritated, or this child is like not up to what I expect them to be because of their hormonal levels or because of their irritation. So give them some leverage,
Okay.
And also understand that probably the child wants to talk.
Yeah.
They want to talk about some frustration, and when the child is upset and yelling back or talking rude to you, don't try to get even with them.
Okay.
Take a step back. We always should understand that you are a better person in terms of controlling your emotions.
Correct.
So, take a step back and let the child calm down. And when the child calms down, they're going to come back to you. Yeah. And then at that time, you have to tell them, that was a wrong move. You're not supposed to be yelling. If you yell, you're not going to communicate what you want to say. We're going to lose that in the terms of communicating with each other. So you have to control your emotions. So have that open communication and nice talk with them when their emotions are down.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So from your perspective as a professor, switching it to online learning, what kind of challenges you think they are going through? The young adults, the students,
right? Yeah. Since last 1.5 years or so, everybody has been at home, and students have been doing their studies, taking classes online. And I have started going back to the campus since last semester, and I really enjoy going back.
Right.
And I bet my students also like coming back, because especially when you're a young adult or when you are a teenager, understand that social environment is very important.
Very important.
Their friends are very important. Their peers are very important for them. So more than just academic learning, they want to be up to date in what's happening in everybody's life.
True.
So it is very important that we need to be having a face-to-face instruction or face-to-face mingling. Thank goodness that we are coming out of this pandemic slowly and steadily.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully, we'll be back to the normal of mixing back into our society.
I'm pretty sure kids will be very excited to go back.
Right. Yes.
So once the kids are in college, what are the challenges that parents face?
Another good question. I like this because my kids are in college, right? So, once the child goes out of the house, like when they pass out of the high school and they go into college, till then, all the parents are waiting. They want to get out of this soccer mom mode. They are tired of taking their kids all around, attending all these activities. And they're waiting for this day, and the child graduates and flies away from the home.
I know.
There's something called emptiness syndrome, and it's really, really hard. The first semester goes by when the child is finding hard to adjust there, because obviously they're coping to the new environment, they're coping with their new friends. They want to fit into that college atmosphere. More than academics, social adjustment is going to be a challenge. They're going to miss their school and home. They're going to be calling frequently home and saying, Mom, I miss you. Dad, I miss you. I miss home food. And it becomes very hard on the parent too, especially if both the children are out of the house. The parents are going to feel that loneliness. And now your child is calling saying that they're finding hard to adjust. So, slowly the time moves on, the child gets adjusted, and come the second semester, they're happily settled, they're getting into the routine. But then the parents are stuck with this emptiness syndrome. They're going to be lonely. They're going to be feeling that separation anxiety. I have gone through that, and it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard because you suddenly feel that you don't have a purpose.
Correct.
I'm getting up, I'm going to my job or doing my functioning, but then you miss that puttering around of the kids in the house. You miss that all the stuff lying around, all those things which you complain, that morning rush of packing lunch boxes or rushing them to the schools and activities, and there's no one calling you, Mom, where is this? Mom, where is that? That, you start missing that constant need of somebody depending on you. So you feel that you're not wanted anymore. So for parents who are going through that, what I would say is, find your own purpose, reorient yourself, search for a hobby, or, go mix with your friends, and also increase your social activity so that you are keeping yourself busy. Understand that, children just went out to get their degree. They're still going to be your children. They're still going to be attached to you. That bond is always going to be there.
Exactly.
And I read that, children will come back to you. With as they grow older, as they, grow into their adulthood, they're going to come back to you. They will seek your advice because of your wisdom. They're going to learn that, after all, mom is the best.
Exactly.
So they're going to come back to you. So just wait up while you're waiting, find your own purpose, keep yourself busy, and also keep that contact on. Even if your kids are out of the house or in college, text them every day. It necessarily need not be a phone call. Figure out a comfortable pace of communication. Some kids like FaceTime every day, or some kids make phone calls every day. It doesn't matter, whatever is comfortable to you. If it's a text every day, hi mom, I'm fine, I ate food, or I'm mingling with my friends, or I'm doing my homework, whatever it is. And and you also communicate what you are doing, so that the kids feel included. So that's I would like to share that yes, there is hope that they're going to come back to you. But for now, enjoy that moment. That's a different phase.
Great.
So great, keep it going. And when kids grow even further, into an adulthood, like, they're going to doing their jobs. As a parent, now our current generation is going to be a generation called a sandwich generation, where we are taking care of our children and also our parents. Right? So now we have additional responsibilities of taking care of our parents. So this particular generation who is taking care of our children and parents is called sandwich generation. So this is like an added kind of responsibility.
Yes.
So you're being torn between two generations.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time, right? And again, here, what you need to do is take some time to focus on yourself. Obviously, you want to be included in the life of your parents and your children. You want to share, you want to be there. So while you're being there, also focus on yourself, make yourself emotionally, physically, mentally strong, so that you can take care of everybody and spread the cheer.
Let's talk about the cultural differences. Next question. While we were all either born in India or some part of the world, but the kids have been raising here. So how would that impact the parenting?
Oh, this is a very good question. Because as you said, some of us or most of us are born in India, raised up in India, and we are here raising our kids.
Exactly.
Here we are trying to mix two cultures. And then our expectations are just like how our parents have expected us to be, right? So we are raising Indian kids in a westernized environment.
Exactly.
With an Indian mind.
Yes.
Right? So now the child is confused. I have to be, following certain Indian culture or Indian norms or any culture which they come from. Exactly. The cultural norms, their native cultural norms at home, satisfy my parents. But when I step out, I have to acclimatize myself to the Western environment. I have to keep up with my peers and follow all that is there in the Western society. So they are facing more challenges than us. Correct. So as a parent, we should understand that, yes, you should have expectations. You want them to follow your culture. You want them to have certain, norms and traditions to be practiced. Right. But then have limitations on that. Understand that they will never be just like you. Exactly. Yeah. So, and many of my friends or many people who complain that, oh, my kids don't eat Indian food, or my kids don't wear Indian dresses, or my kids don't watch Indian movies. Hello. How much of Indianness have you practiced it? Yes. Right? So parents, it is our responsibility to expose our kids to our culture. Slow and steady. Yes. If you have exposed your children to the Indian cooking or Indian outfits or something, they slowly get it and then they practice it. Right? So it is up to us to inculcate this. And even place of worship, take them to your place of worship, slowly initiate them, give them that resource, give them that option so that they can pick it up. But understand, it is tough for both the parent and the child to mix both the cultures. But then I would say, take the best of the both worlds. We have two cultures, and that is an enriched environment. We are blessed and lucky to have be enjoying two things. Right? So take the best from both the worlds and enjoy it.
Awesome. Right. It's amazing. Even the kids have to maintain that balance all the time at school, at home. So that's great. And parents can learn so much from this. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I mean, I really think that, parents also should, be more understanding, because we see like our expectations from our kids are unrealistic sometimes. Yes. I hear a lot of Indian kids complaining or immigrant kids complaining that their parents compare their performance, academic performance with their peers, which is not fair. Correct. They say, how come that kid got a 90 while you got an 80? It's so unfair that, well, when we come to discipline, we say that, our house is different from their house. Don't compare what they have versus what we have. Absolutely. Similarly, don't compare a child's performance. I would say, don't even compare the performance of your own kids. Correct. Because every kid is unique. Understand that every person actually is unique. They have their own skill sets. It is our, responsibility to identify those and encourage that kid. If as a parent, if you can't encourage that, if you can't show them what they're good at, then you are not going to be fulfilling your responsibility. So don't put that unnecessary pressure. What if they don't have an A in a class? That is not going to be the measure of their performance, right? Or success. the measure of their performance or success is going to be what type of a human they are, the values which you instill in them. So instill noble values in them instead of performance values. Okay, so that's the message I would like to give any parent. Of course, there are going to be challenges, there are going to be hurdles, and just do what you can do, and also have a chat with other parents, exchange notes, and understand that your child is different from other children, and keep doing what you're doing, and rest on. A lot of prayers will also help you achieve your goal.
Couldn't agree with you more. I understand it's not easy, and it doesn't get easier, but we have some great suggestions here, and I hope we will all give it a try and be a better person and a better parent. We will discuss more, many more transformative topics like this in our future episodes. Thank you all for joining us. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay smiling. Goodbye.
Bye.